A question. Look here, Bethany, what does this have to do with me? Your suggestion that I have power is hilarity. Solidarity is a scarcity in this city, besides the party scene. I'm just a student at a university. I mean, that's awful for New Orleans. Yeah, BP's totally unlawful. But I have no power. And besides, my foci are my career, drinking beer, and my degree, you see. So what does this have to do with me? As a bobcat, it's not my job to combat injustice, but focus on individual ambition, because this university's conning me out of money, and my forced submission into a failing economy, tailgating on a war overseas that Obama needs to end, is killing me. Apparently, the stress to defend this country is higher up in the hierarchy of national security, so my personal endurance and self-centered motivations are the only recompense for a country that's not aware of me. So it only makes sense to take care of me. So, sorry. I can't help. Good luck, though. I'm glad you're a proponent of service. I'd loan you my time if I didn't have to go on Facebook. I know, I'm hooked. Apathy's okay with me. I get by digesting soma, living in a coma, and apathy, so long as I get my diploma. I'm just going to plug into my iPhone, chug some natty in a zone, condone supporting the relief efforts on the beach as I preach about some indie band, skinny jeans, caffeine, anorexic scarf, and accessory to construct my individual identity as a corporate whore beatnik. See you on Court Street, though. That party's sure to be sick. A response. Please put down your fucking PBR or Arbor Mist and assist those pleading for assistance. Distance yourself from the voice telling you to be complicit to fear or peer-constructed need. Resistance will only enhance your human experience. Instruct your energy to fight illicit policy. Feed your impulse to help another human being so you aren't the only thing that you're seeing. Feed your impulse to help another human being so you are not the only thing you're seeing. It's your responsibility to have some humility and liability to oversee helping with disaster harassing humanity. You need to make sorority and fraternity not at the university but with extended family. I know you want to binge drink and think that going to fests is in your best interest, but I suggest that you give it a rest and a test for your actions. Activating yourself to put your selfishness on the shelf and address more pressing matters at hand. I demand you understand the devastation on that community is not what those people planned, an infestation of corruption and devastation to their land and coast, boasting of a ghost named Katrina not captured by CBS or NBC, but instead focusing on industry infected with corporate disease, which I guess is better than media sedation. The most marginalized in the nation. Desperation for collaboration from the outside because they don't have resources to enforce policies protecting citizens made refugees in a state nation regressing to race and class segregation and slavery. BP wavering their humanity, taking advantage of alliteration, cash-fast, queuing up families to support their crew while BP strips them of their right to sue. You see, friend, the mobilization of focused citizens with determination to extend friendship to a fen 953 miles away, saying we care about you, conveying you are not forgotten, laying out an action plan to give a shit, could mean a lot, compared to ethics rotting in flooded graves or commitment subjugating ethnic people to vicious poverty as corporations behave like children with unlimited sovereignty. If we have the capability to hear their concerns, learn about the amount of environmental or economic destruction reeled in by southern fishermen, punish men hooked on greed and making a commission, enlist national service as opposed to service abroad, and applaud the meek seeking to do God's work in the Big Easy, we'll see that seemingly measly contributions will provide the best solutions, that cleaning up corporate pollution could be a humanitarian revolution. You have so much power. You are showered with privilege and communication, liberation to access in the internet, summer break where we can take time to deliberate the best road to take. You are not alone. Neither are they. I know you doubt 953 seems unseemly, but think about the amount of clout that you actually have at the university. If students dropped out or withdrew, I foresee that the Board of Trustees, profits for profits, concerned about a university tanking in bankruptcy, would have a field day. Without students to pay, their notion of an institute of education turned corporation is humorous, without the humors of the students' bodies' financial devotion. It's sure to start a commotion. And what if it spread? What if students across the land band together to fight for Louisiana? Can their demand for intoxication replace their urgency for bourbon for a resurgency to Bourbon Street, acting as insurgents for morality? Rather than pious devotion to self-interest, ingesting a Eucharist of empathy. 953 is closer than you'd expect. So let's protect the Gulf before it's further soiled with oil or stained from feigned compassion. Let's fashion compassion as our greatest passion. Bin the bends, be godsends from Athens tending to mending hearts and minds and bodies of water. We can help them win. Ignorance may be bliss, but it's also a sin. You have a mission, Mr. or Ms. Athenian. Don't let them be forgotten.